In this video, we're going to take a look at the brakes, see why the master cylinder is frozen up and the brake pedal won't move at all. And we're going to try to see if we can figure out if this transmission has any hope whatsoever of coming back to life. Yeah. Get in here and take a look at the old master cylinder. She's looking pretty rough. I think she's seen better days. Yeah. Oh yeah. That front section's bone dry. The rear section's almost dry. It's still got a little bit in it. Come in here and look at this. I'm gonna start by just filling this front reservoir completely up with PB Blaster. And we're going to let that sit for a while. See if that works its way down in there, and maybe it'll loosen that piston up in the master cylinder. Not too awful confident about that, but you know, we're going to try it anyway. Sit that right there. Well, it's been about 2 days since I put this penetrating oil in the master cylinder and let it sit. So let's see if we made any progress. You see it's still full. Let's go inside the car and push the brake pedal. Not at all optimistic. Look at all this water in the floor. There'll be some marine life in there. That's deep enough to have some marine life. Might have to start calling this the Torino. That pedal is as solid as a rock. Still, tap on it a little bit. See if it do anything. What's this? Oh, that's a build sheet hanging out from under the dash. Huh. I thought they was always under the back seat. Well, that's wild. That's some mice eating on it. Let's do this. Oh, there it went. Pop free. Might have broke it, but I don't know. Definitely no pedal for sure, but it's free. Let's go look under the car, see if any brake fluid's popping out.
don't see any brake fluid leaking out by any of the wheels. I don't know what that spot back there is. Let's look at the back. Nothing there. Don't see nothing. No. Could be something there. That's right under the master cylinder.
Well, if you saw what I saw, I actually saw a little bit of pressure coming up, little bubbles, little tiny bubbles coming up through the surface of that penetrating oil I have in there when I pump the brake pedal. So there is a very slim chance that this master cylinder is going to hold pressure. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to take a torch and warm up these brake lines on the master cylinder here, crack those loose, and see if we can actually bench bleed, or it's not really on a bench, so it's not bench, but it's the same thing. We're going to try to bleed the master cylinder at the lines and see if it'll hold pressure there. If we can get pressure there, you know, it might come around. But even if it does, it's probably not going to, I don't know, probably not going to last a long time, you know. But anyway, we'll try it and see what happens. Worst case scenario, I just put the new one on there that I just bought. So, you know, it's either, you know, free or 85 bucks. Pretty big difference. So we'll try the free first. Free don't work, we're going 85 bucks. Now y'all might remember this next few minutes from a previous video where we worked on the transmission. I was working on the transmission and the brakes at the same time. But when I got the transmission going somewhat, I wanted to go drive around the barn just to see if it would pull itself around. And then the brakes actually did stop the car, sort of. So once I saw that they would stop the car even a little bit, I wanted to take a little bit longer drive. I didn't want a big gap in between where I started on the brakes and where I finished on the brakes. So I just added this section in here for clarity. So that's why you're seeing it again. Oh, what just happened? The brakes just worked. I pushed on them. I mean, they're not working good, but they'll actually stop the car. Oh no. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Let's just see about this. Uh-oh. Gotta go down this hill. Let's see if it'll slow us down enough. Get down the hill. I can actually stop this car with these. This master cylinder it's full of penetrating oil. Weird, man. All right, we're in neutral right now. Let's go ahead and put it in gear. All right. Second. Try the brakes. They're not good, but there's something. All right. Well, so far that's a win. Let's just see. We can go down the road here a little bit. Maybe get in third. Slipped a little bit. Didn't really want to go in third, but it went in. It's all right. We got to change the fluid. We're going to have to change the transmission fluid again anyway. But that's pretty awesome. We are driving this car for the first time after it sat for 25 years. So. These brake lines are going to blow any second now. Just pumping them a little bit. Like I said, it's not good, but it's something. Let's do a whippy U-turn up here. Let's try this again. For a second. Let's see what third feels like again. We're doing 30 miles an hour. Hood's trying to come up. I got it tied down though, don't worry. A little slow going in drive, but another fluid change might fix that altogether. We will see. I don't know. I think we still got plenty of gas. Why do you think we just take another lap? Make sure nothing's behind me. Oh, let's just back up and turn around. I mean, I don't mind telling you, we got reverse. Yeah. Look at that. Back right in there. It's like nobody's business. Do it again. Second. That rope is not liking the wind at all. It did go into third. The little motor runs good. Temperature gauge still reads all the way below cold. It's like ice cold, but I'm sure that's not working. Let's see if we can get this back home before we destroy our hood and our windshield and our roof and all that good stuff.
A few months later.
Well, I just got in the old Torino just to move it out of the yard so we can mow the grass. And that little bit of brakes that I still had left in the master cylinder, if you remember, that barely stopped it before, is gone now. It's pretty much vapor. There's nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the $85 master cylinder on that we already have. It's been sitting here in the seat while I've been deciding what to do. So what I want to do now, I want to get this thing out of the yard and get it on level ground so that I can work on it. I think I'm going to put it right over there. But the problem is, you probably can't tell, but this driveway, it's got a little bit of a grade to it. It's a little bit downhill. So we're going to have to be kind of careful about what we do here. I'm going to have to fire this thing up and put her in reverse, and then if it gets rolling very fast, I'm gonna have to throw it in drive to stop it. Hopefully the transmission will do that. We all know about the problems we have with the transmission, so, you know, all bets are off. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope I don't run into something. Hopefully I'll be quick enough to turn it into something down there at the bottom of the barn at the corner. There's a road that goes up around the barn, so if I'm quick, I might be able to whip that in there if it gets going. But by the time we get to the bottom of this hill, we might be doing 25, 30 miles an hour. So I'm hoping I can get it stopped just throwing it in drive before it goes, gets going too fast. So anyway, here goes nothing. Going into reverse. In neutral. Drive. Oh, I hear some thumping. I got an idea what that is. Reverse. All right. Well, that went pretty well. Actually, better than I expected it to. I was kind of worried about the transmission wasn't going to hold, but it did. It seems to be in good shape now since we got that sludge all out of it and got it flushed out, new fluid in it. So, I guess what we're going to do now is go ahead and throw a master cylinder on. See if we can get this thing to stop. That's always better than not stopping. I guess penetrating oil did something. The whole bolt came out, but still better than nothing. We'll take it. Crack this one loose, and we won't take it all the way out just yet, because I'm going to unhook the lines. I've already got those freed up. We'll go ahead and bust those off of there. Guaranteed that thing went to the abyss. Too far for me to reach easily. We'll get her in a minute. Right now,
trusty vice grips. Wrist weight. Now, this is oh, that figures. That thing's clipped in on the inside. We'll be right back.
Master cylinder's gone. And that's because when I got inside messing with the brake pedal, well, it just fell off. It was just rusted to that rod. So it looks like it's in pretty bad shape. I did get the clip off on the inside before it fell. Now that we got our master cylinder out of the box, verify that these fittings are the same size. And it looks like we got a 1/4 NPT and a 3/8 NPT, which is, I believe, correct. Looks good from here. Now we want to make sure we have the right rod, and you can tell by looking at these, this is the right one. This is the old one. This is actually probably still okay. Just clean some rust off of it and lube up that clip, pop it back in there. But we have a new one, so we're going to use it. So anybody looking for a manual brake push rod for a brake master cylinder for a 71 Torino, we have a good used one. We also have a brand new for power brakes if you want. We've got this bushing here that came out of the old rod that we just slide in here. We're going to wait to do that for now because we got to install this. We've greased up this clip. There's a spring clip here, and it's what it does is it in the piston it just holds this securely in there. We're going to have to go put this in a vise, try to get this collapsed enough where we can slide it down in there, use some grease, see what we can do with it. Alright, see we got this clamped up in the old vise here. Let's just see. This thing should just kind of collapse and spring down in there if you tap this. It's not wanting to. See if we can encourage it a little bit with these little needle nose pliers. Just a little bit. Just trying. Alright, we're set up here. Let's see what we can make happen. Easy trigger. On bottom of that piston out so we have something to push against. It ain't liking that.
Kind of wobbly. Come on now. Does not want to go in there. Oh, we've done bent that clip a little bit. Okay, so what I did was I softened the edges of that clip a little bit because it was digging into the piston. And then I got in here with some emery on a countersink on this drill here. And I pushed this down in there because it's got a chamfer in there. And then I polished that chamfer up to lead in for this clip. So now we're going to point this these softened edges of this clip down. And see if this will go in there a little bit easier now. A little more grease on there. Still not wanting to go. It's just digging into that piston again. It's like this this clip doesn't collapse enough for the bore in that piston. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the clip off the old piston and see if that makes a difference. Pop this one off of here. See if we can get this old one off of here. Man, I'm trying. Now if I can get something in the back of it. Pop that out of there. Let's compare these clips, if we would. It does look like the aftermarket clip is bigger. You probably can't see that. Try to hold it up here. I mean, I could measure it and show you the measurements, but this here, see that new clip sticking up behind it? It's quite a bit bigger. And also this groove may not be as deep as it is in the old one too, so I don't know. Let's put this old clip on here, see what happens. some grease on the old clip on the end of that ball there. See what happens. Look at that. Come on. Back down there in your hole. Get your hole. Alright. Get this back on there. There we go. Now these bench bleeding kits used to come with every new master cylinder. And I'm glad I held on to them because they don't come with them anymore. And it's real easy to do. Just screw them in there. Find the right thread pitch. Screw them in. Oh, we're off the other way. Put some brake fluid in here. Looks like there's something down in there. Some fluid down in there, like so. And just hold these submersed under the brake fluid and pump it. Like I say, we're just holding these under so that whenever the piston comes back out, it doesn't suck air into lines. It's just like bleeding the brakes. We're just bleeding them. Push it in, bubbles come out. Let it back out, it sucks more fluid in. Push it in, bubbles come out. And the goal is to keep doing this, and the piston will fill up with fluid, and then you want it to stop bubbling. And it's getting real hard to push now. They've got some clips you can put on here. I don't think I have any. We're going to fill it with brake fluid again. Do a little refill. Make sure we got enough in there to keep the hoses submersed. Now, it seems like it's just, I'm gonna get something to pad my hand a little bit because it's starting to hurt a little bit. It's not bubbles anymore. It's just displacing the fluid. So we've got all the air out at this point. So now, what we want to do is put our lid back on. That'll keep all our fluid where it's supposed to be. Put our hoses up here. Here's what we'll do. Pinch them off like that. There we go. started. That one started. Now, we real quickly unscrew these bench bleeding screws. I screwed it in there that tight with my fingers. I can't get it loose. There we go. Come on. And then we try to screw the brake line back in there good before all the fluid comes out, which we were successful on that one. Tighten that up. Now, this thing up here. There we go. Oh, that's right, I dropped my wrench earlier, didn't I? It's alright. The old vice grips will do it. Didn't even booger them up. Alright, now, get that out of the way. All that's left to do is to hook up the pedal and the brake switch on the inside. And there's no place to put my camera because there's water in the floorboards and it's kind of cramped in there anyway. So I'm gonna do that off camera and then we'll test the brakes out. All right, so I got the brake pedal hooked back up, minus the brake switch, because I wrestled with that in a puddle of putrid, I mean just nasty water, mouse poo mixed in with it. I mean just with my arms. I wasn't about to lay my back in there to get my head in it. So as long as we have a brake pedal, we can do without brake lights for right now. But anyway, I think we're good to go. Let's fire the old Torino up and see if we have brakes. Got good pedal. Got brakes. Now we don't know yet if they're adjusted right. Probably not. There's probably rust all in them. They probably grab, you know, that one would grab and none of the rest. But we got stopping power to move this around the property at will now and don't have to worry about running into stuff. I don't know for sure, but that sounds like the air conditioning compressor. I would be blown away if it had Freon in it. It's just rusty, making a little noise.